Behold, the world of our ancestors. A land engulfed in perpetual conflict. Yet, it needn't be that way. Look beyond the world that was, and into the world that could be. Steer its destiny. Become the Grey Eminence.
Hey folks, Malforian here, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at a new game, Grey Eminence. You just saw the trailer for it, nothing like super detailed in there, but I thought I'd add it at the beginning just so you got like a rough idea of what the game is. So yeah, I bumped into this game at the weekend and I'd never heard of it. It only got announced a couple of weeks ago, but still, I like grand strategy games, and I'd never heard of this title. So what we're going to do today is we're going to cover the Dev Diary 1, what is Grey Eminence, and yeah, we're just going to talk over about what the game is, what they're doing with the game, you know, what kind of systems and things like that they're going to have. So if you if you like the sound of the game, or if you like strategy gaming in general, you know, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you like and leave a comment, it just lets me know that people are interested in this title, because, you know, you may not have heard of it either. So yeah, kind of interesting. We'll just get straight to it though. So yeah, what is Grey Eminence? Well, it was announced by this new studio as well, which is pretty interesting that a brand new studio is building a game of this size. And as you can see on here, it spans from 1356 to 1956. So this is basically, you know, if you're coming from Paradox Games, that's basically you know, Crusader Kings, EU4 and Hoi4. Mainly EU4, Hoi4 kind of timeline, but a little bit of Crusader Kings at the end kind of timeline. So, I mean, that's a lot of, that's a big timeline. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how the game plays out. And yeah, it looks like from what I have seen so far, that it's going for that almost Vicky, Victoria 2 and 3 / EU4 kind of gameplay, with how the systems work and things like that. So yeah, we're just going to cover the Dev Diary 1 today. They have already released the second and third Dev Diary, so I will be doing those over the next couple of days. I didn't want to do it all in one video because the video will, you know, drag on for ages. So I think I'll just cover each Dev Diary, and then, like I say, if people enjoy this, you know, if you hit that like button, and I know that people kind of want to see more of this game, then I'll keep covering the Dev Diaries on the channel. So yeah, what is Grey Eminence? Well, there we go. It is, you are the player. You try and steer your nation wherever you see fit. Diplomacy, politics, economics, warfare, and intrigue. So like I say, it sounds like those kind of Paradox game mechanics. So what does it look like in practice? The world of Grey Eminence is a truly living organism. It is made up of 1 million hexagonal tiles. So it looks like it's going to be kind of like Civ hexagonal. I don't know how big obviously the tiles will be. I imagine not too big, because I think it has the whole world. It'd be interesting to see how those tiles work out. And then each one of these tiles has its own population, buildings, and geography. This is a lot of systems, obviously, a lot of data. Now they do go in further down in this Dev Diary how they're able to do that as a small company. I won't go into it. It's loads of technical information, but they do have a link on there. So if you're interested on how they've done the data and how they're going to run all this simulation, give it a click. It's super interesting, but I'm not the most tech person, so I don't want to just read out stuff I don't understand. So yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff, data management and things like that, they go into a lot of information about how it works. Because yeah, they've got demographic modeling, they've got production, consumption, trade, climate, military. They've got crazy amounts of stuff in here. So like I said, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out as an actual game. At the heart of systems is the idea of simulation. In Grey Eminence, there are no abstract arbitrary mechanics, no board game like abstractions, and no mana points. So none of those EU4 style, you know, build up different mana points and then spend them on different things. You know, that a lot of people, I think they work quite well in some Paradox games, but they do kind of gamify a lot of like the historical way things worked, which I think you do have to do sometimes. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see, because it covers like 500 years, whether, well, 600 years actually, how they do that then, you know, how the systems work, because there's going to be a lot of systems as you progress through history, I would think. So there's a huge variety of states. You could have aristocratic monarchies, tribal confederations, constitutional republics, and communist dictatorships. So, you know, basically throw a dart at a dartboard and you can have that kind of realm by the looks of it. Our simulationist approach extends beyond the realm of the physical into that of the social. In Grey Eminence, the counties The country you play is not only a monolithic entity, it is an amalgam of various competing interests of its elites, the nobility, clergy, merchants, military, and state bureaucracy. So this sounds a little bit how Victoria works. It's going to have different, different groups in your realm that are all different things that you probably have to, well, as it says actually there, they will all vie for power and try and kind of guide you in a certain direction. So again, there's going to be a lot of mechanics by the looks of it, so it'll be interesting to see how easy it is to understand. While all this complexity does sound daunting, Great Eminence is not a game with a steep learning curve. Well, we'll see. We have achieved this thanks to our use of UI UX, consciously skewing micromanagement in favor of top-down choices. I think for some of these games you do need some micromanagement, but I think, especially EU4, I'm going to keep coming back to EU4 because it sounds most like EU4 kind of as a game. There is a lot of micromanagement that doesn't actually do anything. So I'm not averse. I don't think it's dumbing down games if you get rid of systems. If they were just a systems for system's sake and they didn't actually do anything that useful. You were just pressing things to kind of keep yourself busy. In Grey Eminence, many core systems are optional. In a sense, they are, even in the absence of player intervention, they will still function as they would historically. So yeah, this goes into how, you can micromanage everything. Build, whether you want to build a silver mine, whether you want to build tobacco plantations. But if you don't, the AI will basically do it for you. As if the AI was playing the entire realm. You can kind of just leave some things. You don't, maybe you want to concentrate in battle. You don't want to do the micromanagement of your economy. Well, in that case, the AI will just do that side of your realm and you can just focus on something else, which again sounds pretty interesting. I imagine, some people will want to go in and do everything. I like some min-maxing and things like that with systems, but I also, sometimes I just don't want to deal with things. So it'd be interesting to see how that works out. Great Eminence has innovations, not just for the player, but for modders as well. I won't go into all of this. This is all about how they're building mods. It looks like you're basically going to have a game engine modifier and you can change everything in the game, so you can change literally how anything works. For people like myself, I like doing the AI onlys. You've probably seen them on the channel, so it'd be kind of interesting to see how easy that is and the crazy stuff that you can get up to. So yeah, they just cover a little bit of that. They also say, if you are interested in modding games, that every dev diary is going to have a little section about modding at the end. So again, it's kind of cool, the stuff they're covering. What I did see is at least some of the people making the game are modders from other games. They didn't say which games. I would imagine maybe some Paradox games, just looking at the kind of mechanics that are in here. So it looks like they're definitely thinking about how they can mod things and things like that. So again, pretty cool. Here's a section about, like I was saying, you can go to their website to see about how they're doing on the data side and how they're able to simulate all those populations and things like that. And then, yeah, just to conclude, they're just saying, how they funded it, about the studio, and the game's probably not going to be out for at least a year, but they're doing their best to get the game going. So yeah, this is just gonna be a little quick one, just a little 10-minute video, just to kind of get the name out there really, and just give you all a rough idea of what the game is. Because like I say, I found this on Saturday night. I was just looking through on my phone, and it was like Grey Eminence. Like, I've never heard of this title. It sounds like something I'd enjoy. So yeah, I don't know if it got much of an announcement, but yeah, guys, let me know what you think. They've got a Discord and a subreddit. They do also have a Patreon, so if you do super like what you're seeing, make sure to wishlist it on Steam. That really helps games and studios kind of see how popularity is behind the game already. And then, yeah, they have a Discord and subreddit, so, go over, take a look, see what they're on about. And yeah, that is going to be it for today. Like I say, there's been 2 other dev diaries already, so I'm going to cover those in the next couple of days, so I kind of catch up with the dev diaries. And then, we'll just see how they come. And if people enjoy it, I'll keep covering it. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you as always. I'll see you in the next one.